2024 again. Woo woo. It's now 3:13 in the afternoon, and I went outside. I was waiting for my mother to come pick me up, and I was weeding the front garden and just waiting and weeding and smiling, looking at what's coming up, and I hear the sound coming from a distance, and it sounds craziness. It's like, wow. And I look and I don't see it, but I think I know what it is, and I'm pretty sure it's a wall of rain heading, and I can hear it as it proceeds its distance, closes the distance to me. And usually in Florida, when you hear something like that, you can see the wall. You could be traveling down a road and you can see the rain coming from the cloud, and you know where it is. But since the clouds were covering everything, you couldn't see it. The wind was blowing, and finally it reached the corner of my block, and I could hear it really loud, and I just started to laugh because I still couldn't see it. And I went underneath the overhang of my front porch, and I said, oh, I just made it in time. And I couldn't find my flip camera to capture the sounds because they were just amazing. So I was humbled by the experience because I knew it was coming, and it was right around the corner. It was right there, and I still couldn't see it until it was upon me. I don't know what it means, but I think it's very interesting. So in the meantime, I come inside. Well, first let me tell you this. I think it's important. It reminded me, I love to be on the open ocean where I can't even see land. I love that. I am a salty, salty girl. And I spent some time a few years back working in a galley on a large fishing vessel that did charters. And we used to go out to the place called the Middle Grounds in the Gulf of Mexico for a few days, and I was the cook. And it was one of the most amazing experiences I've ever been exposed to. Something so deeply personal and connected that it just was amazing. And you'd have all these different peoples, for whatever reason, are attracted to being on this boat out in the ocean with you. And there's a certain bond. It's really interesting. And I was clearly imagining being on the side of the boat while fishing in a major storm, usually at night, because that's when I got to fish. And the ocean's just... And there's times where you have to move around on a boat like that when you're out in the ocean. You have to move around with the expectation that you could lose the ground underneath you at any given moment. And if you're not moving around with that expectation, if it happens, you fall and hurt yourself, and that's how people get injured and falls on the boat. So you always have to have this fluidity. You have to go with the flow the whole time. And it reminded me of how this wind and the rain that I was experiencing is nothing compared to what I've seen out there on the ocean. And yet, I could imagine if there was a tree out there, what it would look like. And so I think that was important too. So I decided I wanted to sit outside longer. My mom had called and said she can't come right now to pick me up. So I was like, okay, well, I still want to be out there. And I went out there, and figured I would do something because I need to do things. I have stuff I need to do around the house that I enjoy and love. And I decided to gather up the sunflower heads that I had dried. After they start to die and they form the seeds, I cut them down, and I leave them so they can dry so I can gather the seeds, because they're not so pretty when they're just dead everywhere. And I got myself here. This is a jar full of sunflower seeds mixed with the little husks that are around it. So I'm going to be cleaning these out and getting the seeds ready to package up, to store. They're little tiny, not what you'd think for a sunflower seed. These are the sunflower seeds that kind of grow in a bunch. They grow up in a tall stalk, about 6 feet tall, and then they shoot off little flowers. I don't know. I'm making a video, so. See Sarah? She snuck through the window. A hammer?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what a hammer is. So I'm sitting out there doing that, and I look at this volume of a massive abundance of these beautiful sunflowers that are so gorgeous. I'll include a picture of this type of sunflower in this video. And then I started thinking about, I don't know why, maybe because I was so happy about the rain, I didn't have to water it. I just planted new vegetables in the front yard, and I'm waiting for the sprouts, and I'm enjoying the whole thing. And I love to to grow food and plants and flowers, and I also like to give. So, because I have this abundance, I want to share this abundance with you. So if you would like to get a few of these beautiful sunflower seeds so that you can grow them yourself, whatever season is time for you to grow them. I don't know if you can grow them now. I wouldn't plant them in Florida right now. But spring times are different all around the world, so check up. How about this? If you want one of these seeds or a few of these seeds, you send me your address and I will look up the zone that you're in and I will tell you when to plant them. How's that? This way you don't have to do any of the work. Because I have abundance of information and I also have an abundance of sunflower seeds. So, what I would like for you to do is, if you're viewing this right on YouTube, send me a message. There's a place to send message. Go to my channel and send message and give me your name and your address, and I will send you out some sunflower seeds from my garden. I don't know. There's ways to reach me on Facebook. You just get in touch with me, and I'm gonna send you some sunflower seeds. That's what I feel like. So that's what I'm gonna do.